Everybody, welcome back to our Byzantium guide. I'm AA Gaming, and we're going to continue this and attempt to actually restore the Roman Empire. But first things first, I want to show you the steps of actually getting to that point, and this is going to involve some Balkan dominance, especially involving these nations, which should actually be difficult to conquer because of these guarantees, as well as entering into Anatolia once our peace treaty is over. I will say this is a slightly interesting situation to be in, because I've actually had my own test runs of easier situations where like Serbia wasn't guaranteed and neither was Slovakia, so this should be a really good example of how to actually achieve our goals even when RNG is working against us a little bit. This is a perfect example of this. So let us continue. We want to make sure our army is all in ship shape. It's recovering right now, probably from a battle from last time, so we're going to let them do that. But largely, we need to actually see where we'll be able to expand to. And it looks like it's Naples. So I'm actually going to rekindle that alliance I broke with the Papal State. We're kind of using like a late Naples strategy then, because it looks like we got lucky and they just don't have anybody. We're going to get rid of the... Oh no, we're keeping all these guys actually. We're going to move over in Navy. We're going to go straight for Naples. Because that looks like the most obvious expansion route right now. And in all of our wars, and it's really important that we do this, we're going to be trying to take max gold and war reparations, because we want to be fast and take every opportunity that we can get very quickly. And the way we'll be in position ready to actually take that land is by always having a good economy. Right now, our economy isn't that good. It's better than before, but you can see there's a lot working against us right now. And the big part of that is some of these nasty privileges. It just screws our trade right now. Not to mention, not only is our trade worsened by privileges, but also we're sharing the node with the Ottomans. That'll fix long term. Short term, we gotta enter into a conquest economy. Make sure we're moving over all the troops right here. I also want to make sure I get an alliance with Austria, kind of in the short to medium term, which might be difficult, but it's possible. And the main reason we want to do that is because we're likely going to use them as a bludgeon against Venice. Because if they're occupying this land, we in a war where we call them in as an ally, we'll be able to take all these nice islands. Bring mana points. I'll happily take that. I'm gonna give this out so I can scornfully insult one of the Papal State's rivals. Almost there. Just gonna hire a diplomatic advisor. We gotta fire this dude pretty soon. Can't really afford him. There we go. Again, I don't plan on keeping them very long. But our best route of expansion is into Naples right now, so I'm gonna actually ally them and use them as for military access. Since we're allied with military access, we can actually use them. With Bulgarian separatists, that's exactly what we want. We want them to enter into this area and occupy it, screw over the Ottomans. So to do that, we're actually going to make sure that our subjects don't try to free that land, because it'll just create a bunch of separatism that we don't want to deal with. Nope. Well, maybe. I'll hold off for now, but I mean, I will try to Diplo vassalize Albania. They're not guaranteed, so I'm actually gonna break my alliance with them to maybe hold off. So we're gonna break our alliance with them, and then build up a spy network. Some might be a pain, but we'll figure it out. That changes things a little bit. Looks like the Ottomans would have actually. Oh, this RNG scoffed. The Ottomans would have actually denied that guarantee. Should have been. I should have checked that myself before Albania got in here. He's gonna waste all of his time right here. I guess we're pushing back Naples for now, just because of the way the RNG worked. I hope they don't get like a strong ally, but if it does, let's play it by ear. I really don't want them to get like any land at all, so I'm gonna separate piece them, and it's gonna tick them off, but it will get me the land I want, and I can always get 10 trust back later. Some routes of expansion close themselves off. Like, it looks like Poland's gonna get some of Wallachia. That just means we can attack Poland later, which we probably will have needed to anyways because of Moldavia, right? So it's okay for some of that to not work out. Point is like to almost like be creative to open up these ways we can expand into. This is honestly the hard part of a Byzantine campaign now, in my opinion, because the first part of it I showed you can like guarantee results, guarantee it by like making sure that we're actually following like the guide in the previous episode. There's like no RNG involved, you just beat the Ottomans, and like you can do that in like 9 times out of 10. This part, you could potentially get blocked off from like every technical route of expansion and have to like be creative and try to solve it. I was paying for him for way too long, but that's okay. It's looking like once we approve our relations with them, we'll be able to get rid of that, or get that alliance with them, which is perfect. I also want to get rid of this damn Union of the Churches, but it's going to take some time. We can do it. I've had campaigns where like I'm allied with Austria, I'll break the alliance, fulfill the conditions of that mission, and then just re-ally them after. Once you get an alliance with Austria, they tend to just stay liking you, basically. That does mean in the short term we're gonna have some tolerance to true faith minus, as well malice, as well as the occasional rebels, religious rebels, and that's the more painful part of it, in my opinion. I can annex this. I'll just literally. I can't do it yet. Send him here. I'm gonna pick this battle. Skanderberg will actually help us. All I really want is to prevent him from taking much land. So honestly, I could probably keep pushing. See what we can do. Kaifa's doing really good. And we'll want to pay attention to that date, 1469, because that would be, like, we want to be ready for that Second Ottoman War by then. It's also, see, I'm worried we won't be able to get Bulgaria in the first war. I might, or in between the war, maybe I'll take this, and some of this, and leave the Ottomans with this, just for the purpose of, like, getting that from them later. That I think this route has actually closed off to us, but that's okay. We also want to make sure we're getting our alliance, or at least our royal manor of Austria, while that still lasts. Yeah. You saw that happen in real time. He broke an alliance with someone. Perfect for us, though. And this is why earlier I was talking about the Conquest economy. Our economy is a disaster. And it'd be even worse if we didn't already have war reparations. But it doesn't matter. Look, one loan, right? And that's gonna keep getting paid off. I could even take like burger loans right now. Actually, I don't think I can yet because of yeah, the reliance of the Republic. So we can't right now. Anyways, it doesn't matter. That's part of a stretch goal. But it looks better. It is better than it looks because we're just gonna keep punching our conquest for as much money as possible. Pretty soon we'll have Serbia occupied, and then we're gonna see. This is what I was afraid of. It's okay though. We'll deal with that somehow. I'm thinking I just get rid of my alliance with them again though, but we'll wait a second. Because with Burgundy, I just don't see it happening. Oh, we ruined them. That's going to be really good for the future though, but that means I can actually pull off, basically the same thing Albania pulled off. So that'll be the next war, I believe. I can't believe we had an alliance with Aragon. This problem might solve itself though, but we'll see. But even then, that'd create problems in the future because, like, I want this land. But this is the part where we're gonna play it by ear and like try to focus on like the benefits and opportunities the RNG kind of gives you. So we pushed it too far, and and they actually wouldn't. Albania screwed us over basically. It's actually really not good. Now we don't have cores on them. Rather, we can't reach them now. Wait, give me a second. We need to expand somewhere. Problem is, I don't think we can beat Venice with Austria right now, because Venice will just go up to like 40k as soon as he's actually in war and actually kick Austria's ass. We're like blocked off right now, actually. Albania really screwed us right there. That was our kind of early expansion route. I should have gone for maybe a separate piece where I just take out that little bit of land, but I got a little greedy. Yeah, he's not gonna fight for being our subject for a long time either. I want to deal with a massive amount of noble rebels. Just one good piece of news is we should be getting a lot of that Bulgarian land. Knock on wood. Let me look. And that's where I was talking about, where that event is popping up. Yeah, I don't like that, because that means if we attack Serbia in those 2 years, we'd have to like wrap it up immediately. Incredible stuff here. Can't control these forts in peacetime. I'm actually gonna sell the Macedonia fort. I'm definitely keeping Gallipoli though. That needs to be fortified. This is our kind of anti-Ottoman defense. I mean, this does happen, but it's bad RNG. But we can deal with this. Gonna unoccupy all of his land. I gotta be honest, in this first war, in this first little bit, we've been blocked from like a lot of routes of expansion. Ragusa is still open, and that opens up Naples, so we're gonna bank on that. We're running out of options for the interwar period where we can luckily our economy has stabilized, and that's what we're looking for. If you're following this guide, you're probably gonna have better luck than I am. Like I've had like test campaigns and campaigns of my own in Byzantium. This little interwar period usually isn't so problematic. That's okay, because that just means like I can show you the how to get through it the hard way. I think we are a little bit banking on now like the what we do after the First War of the Ottomans. They have a lot of troops there, though, which means we're going to have to beat the Ottomans one-on-one. So we're actually going to want to make sure that we keep our military strength high, because this is going to be a... We're going to try to stack wipe them in the Balkans, basically. I need to get rid of some of these alliances. I can't be affording all this. Guess I'll get rid of Trebizond for now. Next will be the Papal States that will get rid of as an ally. Gonna want to go for war reparations. Obviously, we can't piece them out yet, but like the alliance with Burgundy, and I honestly just want a foothold in the south. Any province, probably Salento, just because it's slightly closer. Or maybe even Bari for range over here, maybe. We can't take a bunch of land. Because these guys aren't a co-belligerent, like a main opponent, so we just kind of have to settle for a little bit, but that's all we need for now. But we're finally kind of getting into the swing of it, because as you saw, we had some bad RNG early on, but we're kind of back in it. That means we get an early Ragusa. But honestly, like, at this point in the EU4 campaign, think about creating your own RNG. Like, part of what made Ragusa attackable is the fact that we ruined the Ottomans, right? And that's why I want to talk about like the long-term strategic sense. That's what this second part of like a campaign like this is really about. Because you got to create your own luck, kind of. Because the game, if it can, will screw you over. But that's part of the fun, you know. If I effortlessly got Serbia and Wallachia and Naples, it would have been less entertaining at the very least. I need to make sure I'm actually taking some of this land for myself, because the Pope will probably try to leave me with nothing. Oh. Venice gets Ragusa. We're just gonna have to deal with that. Not confident right now in our ability to do all that at once. I think we're saving like the first Venice conquest for a bit. We can get that soon. We can't right now, but pretty soon we'll actually have a renaissance in our country, which will help us with future tech. Right now we're kind of waiting for our treaties to end, our peace treaties. I think my next conquest, I'm gonna attack Serbia and then co-belligerate Bosnia. Try to take all that land at once and try to do it quickly in time for the Ottoman War. I'll give the clerical ministers privilege for some extra, you know, patriarch authority. I ideally want to get at 5 discipline for the Ottoman War, because they're gonna fight us. We can stack weapon, but we have to win that first battle, like non-negotiably. Mehmet's still around, and he still thinks he can crush us, the Roman Empire, and we got to show him otherwise. Some of these royal marriages. One of the benefits of Byzantium starting situation is they start as an Orthodox Christian, so you want to kind of pay some attention to maybe some good royal marriages. Right now it's difficult for us because we're so maxed out with all these alliances. Speaking of that, actually, rather than trying to be too greedy, I'm actually gonna probably focus on trying to integrate some of these guys. We want to keep at least one of them. We lost an heir, but got 326. I'll take that. Getting Sinner sucks, but that's okay for now. For Albania will be diplo-vassalized, but it looks like we'll actually be able to do that. If the Ottomans get out of... If they get out of the Balkans, that's so good for us. Let's see. So they've actually left to go for their eastern campaign in Kandar. That is perfect for us. Because that means our second war with them should be a lot easier. I would honestly say, like, ideally by now, like let's say in your campaign, you really want to probably have conquered Serbia by now. Honestly, Albania kind of screwed me over. So that's also my fault though for not paying enough attention. And as you can kind of see, these event rebellions are only going to get worse. We really want to be looking to get rid of that privilege. Just looking to see if we have any easy events we can snipe. I'm actually going to give out religious culture. It won't pay off immediately, or rather, because we'll be negative. We'll lose 5 crown lands, but it'll be fine because we'll get it back later. There we go. Now, thanks to this, we'll be more ready for the Ottoman War. Also, we can complete this now, give us that 5 crown land back, and also we're going to get an extra 5 discipline. So, for these early wars, we're going to be in a really good position. See? So, in addition to that, we're actually getting another 10% manpower speed, so manpower recovery speed, so we should be in a good space military-wise, manpower-wise as well. Yeah, definitely the next privilege we're looking to get rid of is this. So one thing you might want to spend some money on is actually some churches. They're nice because they improve your income, but we need those 5 churches for our own sanity, so we can get rid of this privilege. I no longer need the Pope, so we can just cancel our relation with them. Now we're not paying any extra diplo power. I want to make sure we have a good relation with the Austrians for now. I also think we should look forward to like a defensive Muscovite alliance. They're usually they kind of suck as an ally. They're hard to bring into offensive wars because they're always in debt. The Russian AI loves being in a lot of debt. Looks like we might actually fail this mission. I'm not going to really go against that. If we fail, we fail. Lost Wallachia for now, but that's kind of expected. We weren't able to kind of take over the remnants, so we just lost it completely. Luckily, this isn't really important to us. It's just nice to have for development, and we can get that later. Just for now, we've lost access to that completely. I'm really hoping the same thing doesn't happen to Serbia. I am counting on that. Broke some crown land, make sure that goes back into our coffers, or back into our state land, so that we're not getting the tax malice. Crush this rebellion real quick. I mean, this we're gonna have to really nail. I'd like some cavalry just because it's better, but it's also hard to afford. You see why I'm so sensitive trying to repeal that? The rebels are actually opinion. Oh boy. It's really important to try to complete our mission tree because of all this. Let's just get all that done, I guess. Dude, they got hands too. I mean, that was, what, 10,000 casualties? It's nasty. You want to get rid of it. Just bad RNG. There's nothing we can do about these rebels. I'm trying to force them into a defensive conflict, or defensive for us. It's all around 4 RNG. That's all. I'd love to go for that right now. We just don't have the ability to. We don't have the gold without going into a lot of debt. Tendo's are always a pain because they like to run. See, like, that killed our manpower. We were doing great before. That's fine. Wiped us right out, for real. We're actually gonna swap this over to mercenaries. So we take a loan for it. I'm trying to avoid we take loans, but the RNG just didn't give us a choice. Now we gotta be ready for this war. We're immediately going for Serbia. In fact, I'm even gonna start doing this. Annex them. Always make sure you're using your diplomats. I've actually been a little bit bad at it. You don't want lazy diplomats, as a rule. And I'm also going to build up a spy network in them, because they'll be next. Sure. Honestly, they're doing pretty poor in this war. That's actually a good sign for us. We really successfully ruined them in the long term. Even though we've kind of had some really unfortunate RNG, long term our campaign goals are still exactly what they were. Expand fast. We're gonna really quickly grow for these next 2 wars. I'm actually denying that. It's my fault. I got focused talking, but we're not screwing around anymore. We're taking this land. Regardless of anything else, we're taking it. Alliance with Hungary is nice, but not required. In fact, they're not friends with Austria, so we could actually look to expand into them before Austria gets the royal marriage on them somehow. Not royal marriage, personal union. So that actually benefits us. You know, I could even be cheeky and try to diplo-vassalize these guys. Not diplo-vassalize, just normal vassalize. That's fine. I'm gonna try to diplo-vassalize them. They don't want to be diplo-vassalized, but I don't care. They're really stubborn. You're kidding me. Occupy Silly first. I'm gonna punch some for ducats, so that's fine. He's trying. Force religion, just have another Orthodox person around. If I can diplo-vassalize these guys, I will, and I'm gonna use them to kill Hungary. Because Hungary's ticking me off now. Because Hungary wouldn't survive us plus all of our allies. If we're occupied, we'd be attacking the Ottomans right now. These wars should have happened like 5-7 years ago while we're in that peace treaty. That is the part that sucks. I'm just taking all this land. We're taking it all. Make sure we concentrate development. Buff our capital. Go ahead and take this. For all of that. As you can see, we just got completed this mission. Get some claims. That aggressive expansion impact will actually be really nice, so we're gonna take that. So finally, we're kind of getting to where we want to be with this kind of rapid expansion. We can keep going faster as the game goes on. The big thing, we had this period where we kind of got blocked, but that's more of an early on thing where we kind of don't have the range, right? We don't have like the space for claims. As we enter like the Eastern Anatolia, we can then like rotate between like European wars and Asian wars and African wars, and we can always be expanding when we want to. What happened was kind of like an early game thing where like, you know, since we can only really expand in the Balkans within this little bit, if the Balkans like block themselves off for us, then it's just blocked off for now. They're really not enjoying this war. Austria will join in. Let's wait. I think I'm gonna be able to get a good war with Hungary going. I don't love the idea of letting them do whatever, but it seems like this war is raging on, just hurting the Ottomans. So I'm not in a hurry to end it. In terms of debt, spending a lot on mercenaries, understandably. Useless ally, I swear. We wanted this, right? We wanted to vassalize them to take over this war, because we can use Austria to bludgeon him. Yeah, well, honestly, Hungary was ticking me off, so this actually feels really good as a war. I want Skanderberg, honestly. I guess Skanderberg's dead now, but I want my one troop. Oh, you're useless. He would. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay. Honestly, if you kill the mercenaries, you're doing me a favor, frankly, so go ahead and act out as much as you want. And this is being cute. That's fine. I'm good with you, like, occupying my ally, thank you. Jordan, die. There we go. Let's take Pest. Oh, so we want to make sure. Honestly, I'm at the point where I think we kind of failed in the Bulgarian strategy, unfortunately. I think I'm just going to occupy it and take it in the war. I'd rather just kick the Turks out of the Balkans than try to get some free land. The Ottomans. Oh, okay. Looks like we'll have a future war with Poland. We already did Czechoslovakia, but he's being annoying too. Obviously right now Poland's out of our reach, but maybe if we can pull something off with Muscovy. I don't know if we would be able to do that, but God, what a useless ally, I swear, like actually. What does he even want? Toku and Silistri? Fine, take it. Take it. Oh my god. That's crazy. Gold, we're just going to carry us early game, so we want to develop it as much as we can. Honestly, I'm at the point where I'm going to do that, plus this. We're just building those damn churches. Because this anti-unionist revolt's kind of killing us right now. We're gonna go ahead and take test. I want to piece Hungary out. I really am looking to attack the Ottomans. Honestly, I think the Ottomans will be a easy war. They've kind of nation ruined themselves, which is great for us. Alright, these guys are done for now. I can handle the alliance with Burgundy. I don't want you to be allied with France. There we go. Actually, hold on. Can we consecrate here? Yes, we can. And concentrating, it obviously reduces the development in the region in exchange for less development in our capital, but that's actually worth it because then it becomes cheaper to for this land. So in a game like this, you really want to be consecrating land because you're always going to be expanding. So like the development you lose here, you're going to gain from future expanding. Also in like Constantinople, there's several missions for getting up to like 60 development. And concentrating a lot will help with that. Be looking to integrate Epirus next too as well. I'm also going to diplo-vassalize Albania. I need to make them like me as much as possible. You can actually take that next attack. cannons, sure. Crush those rebels real quick and head back to Constantinople. I really want to attack the Ottomans, it's just I don't see the point when they're all annexed. Or maybe I do. Because Poland would probably cross over. Oh yeah, let's go for it. Actually, we're a bit over this time. So I think for here I'm gonna call it. Our Ottoman war is pretty delayed, but I kind of see how this is gonna go, right? We're gonna kick the Ottomans out of the Balkans in this war with the help of Poland, which I want their help. I don't want them to take any land, but it's just gonna be how it is. But then we're actually gonna snake through all the way to Teke, and probably pick a fight with the Mamluks. They're gonna be a tough fight. The first war with them is probably gonna involve some actually kind of being cheeky and like stack wiping them, like kind of inviting them over. Putting my ships into the stack wiping them. But we'll be able to do it because, I mean, it's kind of, very quickly taking over the Balkans. Not as quickly as I would have liked, mind you. But our options have like rapidly expanded for expansion. So in the next war, we're going to start with the Ottomans, but it's not going to end there. We're going to keep on, we're going to keep on signing all those wars that we can. If you want to see more, how about this? If you want to see me restore the Roman Empire as Byzantium, complete the full mission tree, let's set a like goal of 10 likes. If you want to see more of this, go ahead and drop a like below, and I will do the whole thing, several episodes. But for now, thank you for watching, and then I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.